I've been in NFL locker rooms for 13 years, and one thing that I can tell you with absolute certainty, every bye week for every team is considered coming at a good time.
I've asked players before, when do you prefer your bye week? Early in the season, middle of the season, and most of them seem to not really care.
I think it's the health of the teams that's the biggest factor and the biggest thing that this bye week helps with.
When you have it early in the season, fewer games for guys to get injured. So when you have that right in the middle of the season, week 8, week 9, that's the ideal time.
You get all the kinks out early, have a bye week, and then you just rev it up for that stretch run, hopefully heading to the playoffs, hopefully to the Super Bowl.
The general vibe of the players on a bye week is let's get the hell out of Dodge.
On my bye week, I definitely like to travel, get away as much as I can.
Some guys like to take a vacation. They might go down south or go to a resort with their families just to get away.
You hear a lot about guys going home. If they're from Florida, go to Florida. If they're from California, go back to California, going on a vacation and getting away from football. Because as much as we want to watch football constantly, I think guys need at least a week to just kind of forget about things.
With the New York Jets and New York Giants this season, they worked Monday and had the rest of the week off. That was very popular in both locker rooms.
You're going to come in, you're going to meet on Monday, you're going to do some mandatory meetings, but after that, it's like, please, coach, can I get out of here?
During the bye week, NFL players look to do 3 things: rest, relax, and rejuvenate. Muhammad Wilkerson, one of the best defensive players in the game, having a great season, he went to the Bahamas during the Jets' bye week. Meanwhile, Jason Pierre-Paul, who can be one of the best defensive linemen in the game for sure, but he's coming off back surgery. He was at the facility. He was rehabbing his back so that his second half of the season could be a whole lot better than the first half.
The bye week is very important for me as a player. I mean, just to get your mind off it, mentally refresh you, physically refresh you. Having a week off is huge for your body. As a player, you're grinding it out, but you're looking forward to this weekend, and you want to, take full advantage of it.
The amount of just banging on your body is never too good. So the fact you get at least 4 or 5 days off to rest and come back, you feel amazing. So I definitely think we need it.
The bye week, because of fantasy football, has become a big deal. When you're sitting there on draft night, besides the stats, besides injuries during the preseason, the number one thing you're looking at is when are they on their bye week, because the last thing you want to do is take 3 running backs and all of them are on the same bye week.
Fans just don't know the team that they support when they have a bye week. Now they know when every team has a bye week because they're constantly checking their fantasy rosters.
If you're at home and you're looking at starting your lineup on Saturday, you know exactly who's going to be on a bye.
Your quarterback could be Drew Brees, but you got to check when he has that bye week, and you've got to make up for that.
If you start somebody who's not playing that week, you're going to have an L coming up.
Guilty.
If the NFL was truly concerned with the health and safety of its players, then yes, they'd have more than one bye week.
In 1993, and I think that was the year, you can look me up, teams had 2 bye weeks. If you want to expand the season or you really care about player safety, why not 2 bye weeks?
You look at some of these teams that get an early bye and they really need it later because they're so banged up, and you think about the competitive advantage. Is it really fair that a team gets it, in week 9 as compared to the first week where they're able to have it, which is a few weeks into the season?
That's just a lot more wear and tear, especially coming down the stretch of a season.
You're asking players week after week after week to take that pounding and to deal with that physically. I think if they lengthen the season at all, you would have to see extra buys. I think the bye week is almost exclusively a good thing. Almost 100% of the time, the coaches, the players, they can self-scout during the bye week and hopefully in their minds get better for the season ahead. The players get to relax and rehab and get their bodies ready for the season that lies ahead.
I think if you ask most players about the bye week, they like it. Again, in football, it's the idea that they just have to get healthy and it's a chance to take a break.
Everybody needs it, and you can spin any team, depending on how they play in and out of the bye week. It was good, it was bad, it was this, it was that. Bottom line is, guys need a week to try to get healthy. So the bye week's essential.